It's May 2021. China has banned crypto not once, not twice, but 18 times. But this time is different. This time's for real, because now they're going after mining.
China.
Crackdown in China.
China's crackdown on crypto.
Shutdown of crypto mining.
One of China's vice premiers issued a statement, and within days, crypto mining companies in mainland China shutter their operations, begin selling off hardware, and liquidating their businesses. Others make plans to relocate overseas, where conditions are more crypto-friendly. Bitcoin's hash rate, which is the rate of the network's current computing power, and therefore its security level, falls by more than 50%. A single regulatory decision like this can cause downstream effects for the whole country's technological and economic progress. But the problem is, you can't kill Bitcoin. You can only cut your country off from harnessing its inevitable economic growth.
Data processing systems have permeated our society.
Our creative powers are being stretched.
Breakthroughs in man's ability to develop and control systems of increasing magnitude. And thus, the technology of automated data processing contributes to man's attempt to bring order out of the unknown.
There are about 2,600 billionaires in the world right now. There's only a few crypto billionaires though, but that's changing quickly.
The billionaire flippening is coming. You can make assumptions, and it's a very broad range, but somewhere between $100,000 and $1 million for Bitcoin, probably half the world's billionaires come from crypto.
If we look at the top Bitcoin wallets, there's 2,200 wallets with more than 1,000 Bitcoin. If the price of one Bitcoin went to $1 million, 1,000 Bitcoin would be worth $1 billion. And the world would have 2,200 Bitcoin billionaires. And that's only counting Bitcoin wallets. So let's take the top wallets for coins that make up the other 60% of the market. We can multiply our number of Bitcoin wallet addresses by the percent of market cap in the entire crypto industry to give us about 5,500 crypto wallets across other currencies that hold a similar amount of wealth as those top Bitcoin wallets. That would mean at a Bitcoin price of $1 million, there'd be about 5,500 crypto billionaires, making up 75% of all billionaires. And I know what you're thinking, more billionaires, great. But here's how it affects you. All of these newly wealthy people will do whatever it takes to keep their wealth, including moving abroad if they feel their new wealth can grow or be invested better outside of strict regulations.
Any country that bans crypto is saying, let me ban a big chunk of global investors. Let me ban a big chunk of global entrepreneurs. In fact, let me force out some of the smartest and earliest adopters in my country. People have this concept of, oh, crypto will cause capital flight. Actually, the crypto ban is what causes capital flight. And conversely, crypto legalization causes capital landing.
We've seen an example of this in France recently. Since the late 1980s, France has had up to a 1.5% wealth tax on individuals with a net worth over 1.3 million euros. And between 2000 and 2016, it's estimated that 60,000 wealthy French citizens have relocated to neighboring countries, bringing with them all their wealth, all their income, and all their investments. Critics have estimated that the ISF wealth tax ended up costing France almost twice as much revenue as it generated and caused an annual fiscal shortfall of 7 billion euros.
What we have the risk of is poor regulation, bad regulation, dumb regulation that then drives this innovation somewhere else. We have a question of whether or not the United States wants to be competitive in Web3. And if we want to be the innovators, we want to be the leaders in the space like we were the leaders in the space in Web 1 and 2, we have to make sure that we embrace this technology and have a fulsome embrace of it at the federal level so that it can grow and flourish here and get all the benefits here at home.
Lawmakers also need to invest time and resources into learning about crypto, because we all know what happens when they try to regulate an industry that they don't fully understand.
How do you sustain a business model in which users don't pay for your service?
Senator, we run ads.
13 years after Satoshi wrote the Bitcoin white paper, Congress is having its first hearing on Bitcoin and blockchain technology. 13 years later, $3 trillion market cap. One hearing should not bring about policy. We should have more hearings about this to understand more deeply the nature of this technology in Web3.
Imagine if the internet was heavily regulated or even banned in the early days. the technology would develop elsewhere, and the US would have missed out on compounding returns that provide almost $3 trillion to the US's GDP every year. There are crypto-friendly jurisdictions within the United States, and many more around the world. These places have made it legal and easy to use crypto, and more importantly, they attract interest and talent and money. And talent, mixed with the right incentives, becomes a breeding ground for crypto innovation to flourish. This is not an argument for or against taxing billionaires or having a wealth tax or even having regulation at all. Those are topics for a different video. This is a warning for policymakers to not stifle innovation before the exponential curve can even start. If you enjoyed this video, you should consider subscribing, and there's more fully distributed episodes linked in the description below. Peace.